Hi, I'm Holly and welcome back to my channel, Holly Go Read. So it is Monday, the Gilmore Girls Readathon is over. I don't know that I'm happy about that, but I am happy that I actually read all the books that I intended to read. That hardly ever happens in a readathon for me, so yay me. Last night I finished It Happened One Autumn, and frankly it was probably my favorite book of the readathon. So for those who didn't watch my TBR, I read, okay, so I'm gonna count it because technically I finished it Sunday morning, so that was part of the readathon technically. So I read The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren, The Tourist Attraction by Sarah Morgan Thaler, If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha, and It Happened One Autumn by Lisa Kleypas. I still don't know how to say her name. I'm gonna have to Google that because I really like her now. So I think we're gonna talk about them in the order of which I enjoyed them. So first off, It Happened One Autumn, we follow Lillian and Marcus. Lillian is an American heiress and Marcus is an earl. Love that trope, dollar princesses. Love it because you get the American brashness and the English reservedness. It's excellent. I would probably give the book 4 stars because I just really enjoyed it. That was pure enjoyment. I can't say that it's like high class literature or anything, but good God, was it enjoyable. And the if you haven't seen how I rate my books, I also have a spice scale. I will link the video up in the cards. Yeah, that was a level 4. That had some spice. I was not wondering where was the spice. The spice was there. It was good spice. The characters had really good chemistry, a lot of really good banter. That's something that I really like, and I feel like that definitely relates to Gilmore Girls because, I mean, the banter between Rory and Jess, the banter between Luke and Lorelai, like the really good relationships in Gilmore Girls have that excellent banter. I love it. Yeah, so that was the book I probably enjoyed the most. So just for the adorableness, I will say that I enjoyed this one next. So as I was saying about the tourist attraction, we have a grumpy diner owner who for some reason hates tourists. I guess he just doesn't like tourists being in Alaska because they seem to be ill-informed and try to go up to moose, even though moose are known for being really aggressive, which I get him on that one. Although his attachment to this specific moose does seem a little weird. Anyway, the romance was sweet. It did seem very insta-lovey, and for an adult romance had nothing but fade to blacks, which was kind of disappointing, like, because the chemistry was there. But yeah, there's just not a big fan of fade to blacks in adult romance. I think that's kind of, unless you're marketing it as like clean romance, it's just kind of boring. I don't know, maybe that's just me. For the tourist attraction, I think I gave it a 3-star, and the spice was definitely a 2. I was wondering where the spice was. We had the Honey Don't List, which I think I heard Heather on Bookables say this as well. I don't know that I'm really loving the new direction that Christina Lauren's books have been going. They seem to have backed away from the smuttier adult content, are writing much more chick lit romance light with very little smutty content. Not to say that that's like the only thing that matters, but I feel like that's what they did well, and I don't really feel like their books are as good for me anymore. So in this one, we follow a girl who's been working for this like Chip and Joanna Gaines style couple since she was like 16. Their names are Trip and Rusty and Mel. And they're like really terrible people. The husband is cheating on his wife. The wife is a control freak who's basically been taking credit for our main girl's work for basically a decade. And then this other guy comes in and he's supposed to be the engineer, but he ends up basically being a personal assistant because Mel doesn't want anyone to find out that our main girl has basically been doing all the work. Again, insta-lovey. There wasn't like a whole lot that really got it for me. The Honey Don't list, I'll probably say, is about a 3.5. The Spice was about a 3 as well. You do have one instance of on-page sexy times, but again, I was like, where's the spice? In retrospect, comparing them to It Happened One Autumn did not compare. It Happened One Autumn was far superior. And then I also had If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. I really don't know how to rate that one, honestly. I really struggled with it. I was also watching a K-drama while trying to read a South Korean novel, so maybe that was distracting me because the K-drama was really interesting. The novel was not. It was really more like a series of vignettes of like a stream of consciousness for 4 women that all lived in the same apartment building. And yeah, there were like interesting things going on, but I agree with a lot of other reviewers that kind of said she needed to have picked something to be a little bit more unifying. It felt very scattered. I don't really feel like she really got very many points across. And she would just like have these throwaways like, oh yeah, one of them accidentally blinded their cousin, or, you know, the best friend killed herself. I don't, you know. Anyway, so I don't know how to rate it, but I guess that wasn't for me. Anywho, those were the books that I read for the Gilmore Girls Readathon. I'm going to stick my vlog footage here at the end, so for anyone who wants to stick around for that, there are clips of me watching Gilmore Girls and reading and my dog. So yeah, and my updates as I was going on the books. So alrighty, so this is my first check-in for the Gilmoreathon Readathon. Yay! Yeah, so I finished The Tourist Attraction by Sarah Morgenthaler just a little bit ago. It was really cute. Definitely some Gilmore Girls vibes. Lots of small town charm. Just as I was feeling in the beginning. The romance was really cute. It definitely wasn't as spicy as I thought it was going to be. I guess I've just come to expect all romances to be quite a bit more spicy. Didn't expect quite so many fade to blacks in an adult romance, but that's cool. That's cool. I know sexy times aren't everybody's deal. That's fine. Yeah, so it was cute. I technically finished the Honey Don't list, which was like my backup book. I'll give my full thoughts on that in my actual wrap up, because I don't think I'm gonna end up using that as my backup book, since I technically read it before the readathon began. Yeah, so now I'm on to If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. This one is kind of on the dark side. Like, it's a lot of talk about cosmetic surgery, which I know is a really big thing in Asia. Like, they're talking about having their eyelids done. What are you up to, dog? I'm sorry, I hear his little nails clicking. But anyway, yeah, so they want, you know, very, very pointed chins. We'll see how the book goes. Like I said, it's kind of dark, only having read like the first section. But anywho, this is Monday. I have the day off because it's my wedding anniversary, so that's cool. My husband and I are going to take the dog to the dog park a little bit later. And this morning he took me to Chick-fil-A to get chicken minis, which might sound weird, but like, I had chicken minis on the morning of our wedding, because I'm deeply obsessed. But yeah, it's our wedding anniversary, so we're gonna hang out today, and I'll get to read some more. Actually doing pretty good with my TBR list. I'm pretty happy. Been getting a lot of holds from the library, so I've been reading at a pretty steady pace, but my best friend wants me to watch this K-drama with her, Crash Landing Into You. So I have a feeling I might get a little derailed, but hopefully not too bad, because those do pull a lot of focus, because they're very interesting. But yeah, so that's all I have for now.
Shindigs this time to cook up? Oh, not bad. Glad you enjoyed. Yes, I did. So, shall we what? Shall we go? Go where? Go eat. Excuse me? Person who buys the basket wins the company of the person who makes the basket for lunch. Baskets, basket maker, guy who didn't bring enough money. You think this is funny? Well, it's not Lenny Bruce routine, but it has its moments. Bye, Jesse. Where are you going? You're the one who's going. As soon as Rory is ready. She's not going with you. Really? Is that true? Yes, it's true. Excuse me, Edgar Bergen. I think I like Charlie McCarthy to answer now. Shut up.
So another quick check-in. I am about 20% through If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. It's Thursday night and I'm not making a lot of progress on that book. Work has been kind of crazy and I'm just not really, I don't know that I'm really feeling the book. Like it kind of feels like thus far, I mean, I'm only 20% in, but it kind of feels like a series of vignettes or kind of like stream of consciousness kind of thing. And there doesn't really seem to be a real story yet. So I'm finding myself a little floundering. Plus, so, I mean, this is a book about South Korean women. And unfortunately, my friend got me to watch a K-drama around the same time that I started this readathon. And the K-drama is holding a lot more of my attention than the book is at the moment. Crash Landing to You is really interesting. It's about a South Korean woman who has a paragliding accident and ends up in North Korea. And the officer that finds her is like trying to get her back to South Korea, and like they fall in love. It's adorable. It hurts. Oh, the feels. So I'm not making real good progress on my book. I know that I'll be able to read It Happened One Autumn in like no time flat, but I'm moving real slow on If I Had Your Face. I will definitely try to finish it before the readathon ends, because I'd like to say that I can read 3 books in a week. Yeah. Anywho, yeah. That is all I have for now. Wish me luck that I can tear myself away from the K-drama to read Korean literature. Yeah. Okay, that's all. Bye. Are you pouting, sugar? Did Daddy go for a run? Like, I'll wait right here till Daddy gets back. Poor sad puppy. Why are you so stinking cute, precious? Why? So stinking. This will probably be my last check-in for the Gilmore Girls Readathon. It is Sunday around midday. I finished If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha last night. Did I actually like it? I'm holding judgment. I'm gonna think about it for a minute. Like, even having read it, I kind of struggled to sum up what the book was about, because it didn't really feel like it was about anything. Like, it feels like it had too many storylines, too many perspectives, but not even storylines, because for the most part, nothing really happens. It is very much a series of vignettes that kind of follow a stream of consciousness for these 4 different perspectives. and you have like these 5 different women that it follows, yet you never see one of their perspectives. I don't know, it just, I don't know if I really, maybe it was so far outside my comfort zone, so far outside my own perspective that it just didn't really click for me. One of my friends who is a lot more knowledgeable about Korean culture and particularly K-pop mania said that this was very accurate to what she knew of that particular sphere. But again, I just don't know that it really clicked with me. We'll see. We'll see by the wrap up if I can have more coherent thoughts on that. Anywho, I started reading It Happened One Autumn last night by Lisa Kleypas. Again, I have no idea how to say her name. So that one I'm thinking is going to be a lot more up my alley. We've got an American heiress who keeps playing baseball. They call it rounders, which maybe that's what it was called back then. So she was playing in New York with the boys, I guess. I don't know. And then the Lord guy, Marcus, just kind of seems like scandalized by her, which I kind of love that trope. You know, she's real fiery. She's got her own opinion. Although there is this weird thing about her, like, having an excellent sense of smell, which I hope doesn't get creepy, because, like, yeah, you're good at identifying perfumes, but let's not make it creepy by, like, smelling each other, please. Please. Yeah, so hopefully that one goes good. I will film my wrap up tomorrow and hopefully post it tomorrow. So that's Monday. Hopefully I'll have that up pretty quick. If not, to Future Holly, shame on you. What are you doing? But yeah, I was watching some Gilmore Girls while I had my lunch, and so just, you know, planning on it being chill. It's looking more and more like my family and I aren't going to be able to get together for Thanksgiving, so I'm kind of bummed. And this is my husband and I's first, well, I guess it's not technically our first because we got married November 16th. But we were so exhausted from our wedding and then our honeymoon that we didn't really do Thanksgiving last year, and that was our first Thanksgiving together. This was going to be our first Thanksgiving in our new home. We were going to have all of our family over, and that really can't happen right now because we're in Texas, and my sister-in-law lives in Chicago, so she can't come. His family lives about 4 hours away. My mom lives about 4 hours away, and because Texas is a big place, and yeah, and it just really, it's not safe to travel. So I'm a little bummed, but I will probably Zoom or something with my mom. I'm sure a lot of you out there are facing similar situations, so I empathize for sure. Try to keep your spirits up. I know I'm trying to keep mine up. Yeah, so that is the end of my vlog for Gilmore Girls. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what I can do to improve vlogs. Is there more that you would like to see? Yeah. Or wait, okay, so I read the Korean book, but I also watched the K-drama, and I learned a new hand signal. I didn't know that this thing existed. It's a hand heart. I can't get my camera to focus on it because my face is there and it automatically tracks faces. But, ha! Bye. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed the vlog footage. Bye, guys.